there's a Nazi song called "We'll Have Our Home Again" that's frequently used by white supremacists, and they posted that on their social media pages. And the Proud Boys have used this. A white supremacist that murdered 3 people in Florida used this song, and it just kind of shows you, where like white supremacy. I've been saying, look, I've been the person that's been saying this for years. Like, white supremacy is not going down without a fight. I've been saying that. I've been saying white supremacy is not going down with a fight, and it's going to get way worse before it gets way better. And this is what way worse is starting to look like. They're openly racist that are out trying to take over the country. And what you don't want to do is people get defeated, tired, exhausted. This is the year that you get up and register to vote. This is the year that you get out and make your voice be heard. And it's so important.
I think this is the crazy part of this administration, and we glossed over it just a little bit, and we talked about this in previous episodes too, the fact that government agencies, and these aren't like, one person has full control. When you're a part of an agency or even a large company, there are checks. You got to go to, if you're the social media manager, you got to go to your boss, who's typically head of marketing, communications, right? They got to go to their boss and then get the approval. So this is multiple people who are saying, yeah, go ahead and post this.
I don't believe that, though. I believe that there's an inner circle. I believe there's people that work for the government that are Republicans. Everybody ain't on board with this shit, because a lot, even with the Epstein stuff, it's so much stuff that has happened just in that last month. Epstein files, Venezuela, Minnesota. It's like, there's a lot of people that are removing support and pulling away from support from this administration. So the cracks are starting to show in this administration.
Well, we've seen that in real time. This isn't me endorsing a candidate at all, so please don't take this. But Jeff Duncan, he appeared at the DNC convention endorsing VP Harris.
Yeah.
I agree with you. We're definitely seeing splinters in the party, but my thing is, this is no longer the Republican Party. This is the MAGA party.
White like Nazi party. It's the
exactly.
Party like the Nazi party.
We're seeing some. I don't even want to say some. We're seeing some people distance themselves from the Trump administration, but even then, it's not en masse. And this is multiple people. Multiple people are involved. Because even a few months ago with ICE, we saw that they put the Pokemon theme to a video. Like, you're attaching.
Oh yeah, they making jokes at everything.
Yeah, like you're attaching childhood nostalgia to acts of horror. That's intentional, in my opinion.
It's psychological warfare.
Exactly. This is thought through.
Even that song, but even with that song, so this that I mentioned before, the white supremacist shooter who killed 3 black people in a Family Dollar in 2023 had the lyrics to this song, like, it's part of his manifesto. So think about that: a white supremacist mass shooter, right, that killed 3 black people in a Dollar General in 2023 had the same lyrics to this song that was posted on the Department of Homeland Security. So if this is any indication for people to let you know that white supremacists are running this country right now, and that if you whip that shit and you down with that, I like these kind of moments, though. This is where it's like, oh, let it be known then, stand on business. This is where you are. Like, you can't hide. This is what you don't get. You're not allowed to do now. You're not allowed to say, I'm voting for the economy or the price of food and this other bullshit, while they're going and killing white women in the street, you know what I'm saying, or picking up young black Somali kids and harassing them, or trying to take over nations. You see, no, you with all that shit. You're with every single thing that they do. You do not get to pick and choose what parts of an administration or an agenda that you agree with as a Republican, and then say, I don't want nothing to do with the rest, because the rest is all you. You represent all that. You are all of the things that this administration is doing. So if you voted for Donald Trump last year, or whenever it was a year, last year, you're with all this shit. This is all on you. All this blood is on your hands. I don't want to hear no bullshit. This is exactly what it is. Make whatever excuses you can make and tell your friends and family, like, oh, no, I didn't know they were going to start killing people and invading countries and doing all this racist, crazy shit. Nah, you with all that shit. So I want to hear it from the Trump supporters. I don't care if you're a black Trump supporter, a white Trump supporter, whatever it is, kiss my ass. You're with all this shit. You don't get to run from none of this bullshit.
What over the weekend, Spotify made an announcement that they're no longer running ICE commercials on the platform. Do you think that was a result of the public sentiment, or because you think somewhere some person was like, this is wrong?
No, I think it was because of the shooting.
You think so?
I think it was because of the shooting.
Okay, I agree.
That's the only reason why. When that kind of stuff, like you'll lose again the power. What's so interesting about this is that people don't realize the power of us, the people. All this is run off money. Every single thing that these people are doing with our government right now is attached to some sort of money. So if people stop using Spotify, Spotify will get away from this administration. If people stop using TikTok or whatever, well, they own it now, so it doesn't matter. But stop using brands and businesses that support this administration. It's over with because they painted themselves into a corner. And this is what I mean. All these people that went and sat at the table with him, everybody, all these companies that went and sat at the table with Donald Trump, now you're part of this. You're part of ICE. You're associated with all this. You donated to his inaugural campaign. He done knocked down half the White House. You with all this shit. None of y'all get to run from this. But the people, right, us, the consumers, have a right to abandon all these businesses and industries. And I promise you, they will turn their backs on the administration just as fast as they ran over there and kissed his ass.
I think it all comes, I think you just spoke to something. This all comes back to the dollar. But what can we, in a content sense, as people, everyday people, do to combat these extremist happenings in the world?
Just continue to share content. I love how mainstream media is kind of like, well, legacy media is taking an L. You know what I'm saying? And I think people are sharing, like, I get my news from Roland Martin. I get my news from Joy Reid. I get my news from Aaron Parnas at Midas Touch. Like, I'm trusting these sources that are delivering the messaging and information that I can't trust. I can't trust CBS anymore. You never could trust Fox.
You see what Nikki Glaser said at the Golden Globes?
No way.
She was like, CBS News has now become, this is paraphrasing it, become BS News. Like,
yeah, take the C out of that shit. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it's listen, we have the power. The people have the power to shut all this shit down. Get your news from trusted sources. That's why I say independent journalism is going to matter. People like Roland Martin, who were ahead of the curve. I see, like I said, shout out to Don Lemon, Joy Reid, Ebro, like everybody that's moving into the lane, right, where we thought people were going, because the institutions are just being contaminated and you can't trust these people anymore. And it's starting to get to the platforms and stuff like that too.